What is a brokerage account, and how is it different from a checking account or savings account? This guide uses stories to explain each account in a simple way. It also covers what stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs are, since they're key to brokerage accounts. Don't worry if some terms feel tricky at first. Our exciting stories will make them clear as we go. The following are key words used in this guide, explained in simple terms. We will revisit these terms in the stories to make them clearer. Interest. This is extra money a bank pays you for keeping your money in a savings or checking account. Investment. This involves buying things like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or ETFs with the hope that they will increase in value over time. Stocks. These are small pieces of a company you can buy. If the company performs well, the stocks might increase in value. Bonds. These are like loans you give to a company or government. They pay you back with a little extra money called interest. Mutual funds. These are baskets containing many stocks, bonds, or other investments, managed by experts. ETFs. Exchange-traded funds. These are baskets of investments, like stocks or bonds, that you can buy and sell like a stock on the stock market. They are similar to mutual funds but often have lower fees and can be traded throughout the day. FDIC. This is a government program that protects your money up to $250,000 in checking or savings accounts if the bank fails. SIPC. This is a program that protects your investments up to $500,000 in a brokerage account if the brokerage company fails. Fees. These are charges you pay to the bank or brokerage for using their services, such as trading or using an ATM. Liquidity. This refers to how easily you can access and use your money. Checking accounts are very liquid, while brokerage accounts are less liquid. Market risk. This is the chance of losing money because the value of your investments decreases. What it is. A brokerage account is a special account that lets you buy and sell investments like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or ETFs to grow your money over the long term, typically 5 to 10 years. It's like planting a tree and waiting years for it to grow and produce lots of fruit. But when it does, the rewards can be substantial. How it works. You deposit money into the account to purchase investments. Your money can grow if the investments increase in value, but you might lose money if they decrease. To access cash, you may need to sell your investments, which can take a few days. Example. Imagine Victor and Elaine want to grow their money for a big future project. They open a brokerage account and deposit $10,000. They buy stocks in an AI company for $1,000, knowing the company's AI projects would be well. If the product is a hit and the stock price rises to $1,500, they can sell and make a $500 profit. But if the product flops, the stock might drop to $700, and they would lose $300 if they sell. They also buy a bond for $3,000 from a city building a new theater. The city pays them $90 a year in interest and promises to return their $3,000 in 10 years. Next, they invest $3,000 in a mutual fund that owns stocks in 50 tech companies. If those companies do well, their $3,000 might grow to $3,600. If they do poorly, it might drop to $2,700. Finally, they put $3,000 into an ETF that tracks the entire stock market. If the market rises, their $3,000 might grow to $3,300, and they can sell it anytime during the day, unlike a mutual fund. The ETF has lower fees than the mutual fund, saving them money. Risk. This account is risky because the value of investments can go up or down significantly due to market risk. Access. You cannot use a brokerage account like a bank card. It is designed for investing, not daily spending. Protection. Your investments are protected up to $500,000, including $250,000 for cash, by SIPC, but only if the brokerage company fails, not if your investments lose value. Fees. You might pay fees for buying or selling investments, or for managing the account. What it is, a checking account is a bank account used for everyday spending, such as buying groceries, paying bills, or withdrawing cash. How it works. You deposit money into the account and you can use it immediately with a debit card, checks, or online payments. It usually earns little to no interest. Example: the Black family needs an account to handle their daily expenses. They open a checking account and deposit $5,000. They use their debit card to buy $200 worth of clothes, write a $2,000 check for their rent, and withdraw $100 cash from an ATM to cover small expenses. The money is available instantly, and they feel secure because it's protected by the FDIC up to $250,000 if the bank has problems. However, their bank charges a $10 fee if they use another bank's ATM, so they stick to their bank's machines to avoid extra costs. Risk: this account is very safe. Your money is protected up to $250,000 by FDIC if the bank encounters issues. Access: you can access your money anytime using a card, check, or bank transfer, making it highly liquid. Fees: some accounts charge fees for using another bank's ATM or for overdrawing, which means spending more money than you have in the account. What it is: a savings account is a bank account for saving money you don't need right away, such as for emergencies or a big purchase. How it works: you earn a small amount of interest from the bank. You cannot use it as easily as a checking account, and there may be limits on how often you can withdraw money. Example: Lois and Clark want to save for a car to drive to work. They open a savings account and deposit $3,000. The bank pays them $15 a year in interest, so their money grows slightly. When they're ready to buy the car, they transfer $2,000 to their checking account to pay for it, since they cannot use the savings account directly. Their money is secure because it's protected by the FDIC up to $250,000 if the bank has problems. However, if they withdraw money more than 6 times a month, the bank might charge a $5 fee. Risk: this account is very safe. Your money is protected up to $250,000 by FDIC if the bank faces issues. Access: you can transfer money to your checking account or withdraw it, but it's not meant for daily spending, so it's less liquid than a checking account. Fees: some accounts charge fees if you withdraw money too often or don't keep enough in the account. Now, let's take a look at this table. This compares a brokerage account, checking account, and savings account. It's like a cheat sheet to help you figure out what each account does and how they're different. I'll walk you through each row in a way that's super easy to get. The main use row tells you what each account is for. A brokerage account is for investing to grow your money over the long term, like 5 to 10 years. It's like planting a tree and waiting years for it to grow big and give you tons of fruit. Pretty rewarding if it works out. A checking account is for everyday stuff, like buying snacks or paying your phone bill. It's your go-to for spending. A savings account is for stashing cash you don't need right now, like saving for a new phone or a trip. The money growth row is about whether your money can grow. In a brokerage account, your money can grow a lot if your investments do well, but it can also shrink if they don't. It's like a roller coaster. A checking account doesn't grow much, if at all. It's like a safe where your money just sits. A savings account gives you a little growth through interest, like earning a few extra bucks a year from the bank. For risk, a brokerage account is risky because your investments can lose value, like betting on a company that might not do well. A checking account and savings account are super safe because your money is protected by the FDIC, a government safety net that covers up to $250,000 if the bank messes up. The access to money row shows how fast you can grab your cash. With a brokerage account, it's not instant. You might need to sell investments, which takes a few days, like waiting for a package to arrive. A checking account is like cash in your pocket. You can use it right away with a debit card or check. A savings account is a bit slower. You can move money to your checking account to use it, but there might be limits on direct withdrawals. For protection, the brokerage account has SIPC, which protects your investments up to $500,000 if the brokerage company goes out of business, but not if your investments lose value. The checking account and savings account have FDIC protection, keeping your money safe up to $250,000 if the bank fails. Think of it as a superhero guarding your cash. Finally, fees. A brokerage account might charge for buying or selling investments, like a small cost for trades. A checking account could hit you with fees for using another bank's ATM or overdrawing. A savings account might charge fees if you take money out too often or don't keep enough in there. Summary: a brokerage account lets you invest in stocks, pieces of companies, bonds, loans to companies or governments, mutual funds, baskets of investments, or ETFs, baskets you can trade like stocks, to grow your money over 5 to 10 years, like waiting for a tree to bear lots of fruit. But it has market risk and is less liquid because selling takes time. A checking account is for everyday spending, like buying clothes or paying rent, with instant access but little growth. A savings account is for keeping money safe and earning a bit of interest for future needs, with some access limits. Subscribe to the channel for more videos to learn about managing your money and exploring investments. If you have more questions or want help choosing an account, let me know.